Heart disease is still the leading cause of death in the United States and around the world. Every 33 seconds, someone dies from cardiovascular disease, but a large portion of those cases could have been prevented. You have probably heard that exercise and vegetables are good for your heart, but there are several other proven science-backed lifestyle changes that go beyond these basics. Some of these strategies you may have heard of before, but others might be completely new to you. If you are looking to maintain optimal heart health, or if you already have a few risk factors and want to reduce your overall risk, then this video is for you. These lifestyle shifts can support your heart at any stage or at any age, and you can use them to start protecting your heart starting today. Hi, I'm Valerie, a wellness nurse. I believe that no matter your age or current health status, that you have the power to take charge of your well-being and live a longer, healthier life. My goal is to share with you the knowledge and tools that will empower you to make that happen. In this video, I'm going to walk you through the most recent research on lifestyle strategies that naturally support cardiovascular health. Some of these tips may sound familiar to you, while others might be surprising, but they all have real science to back them up. Let's start with one of the lesser known ways to improve heart health: prioritizing quality sleep. When you sleep, your body performs some critical repair work that keeps your heart healthy. Studies show that people who get less than 6 hours of sleep a night have more plaque buildup in their arteries than those who get 7 to 8 hours. And too much sleep, so over 9 hours, is not a good idea either. The research consistently shows a U-shaped curve, with 7 to 8 hours being the sweet spot for heart health. Poor sleep can raise blood pressure, elevate stress hormones, and even increase your risk of gaining weight. All of these are linked to cardiovascular disease. Getting consistent, restful sleep is one of the simplest and most powerful things that you can do for your heart. So if you've been pushing sleep down your priority list, like so many of us do, this is your reminder to bring it back up. Your heart health depends on it. Look on this channel for several videos about improving the quality of your sleep. When we talk about stress and heart health, what we are really talking about is the body's response to the pressures of life. A lot of people say that stress is impossible to avoid. So I want to take some time to explain the difference between stress and stressors. Stressors are the things that happen to us. So like work deadlines, family tensions, traffic jams, financial strain. And yes, they cannot be avoided sometimes. But stress, on the other hand, is how our body and mind reacts to those stressors. While stressors are often out of control, how we respond to stressors and how we manage our prolonged response to stressors is something that we can work on. And that is good, because it is that prolonged response that impacts heart health the most. Research shows that chronic, prolonged stress can increase your risk of heart disease by 40 to 60%. That is a lot. Prolonged stress keeps your body in a state of heightened arousal with elevated cortisol and adrenaline. Over time, this can lead to higher blood pressure, blood sugar issues, inflammation, and damage to the arteries. In long-term studies, people with high levels of psychological stress have significantly greater risk of developing coronary artery disease, even after accounting for other factors like smoking or diet. Managing stress does not mean eliminating every challenge in life. It means building resilience through strategies like movement, connection, mindfulness, and rest. Even small practices like taking just 10 minutes a day to breathe deeply, stretch, or connect with someone you trust can shift your nervous system out of fight or flight and back into a more relaxed state. That shift supports healthier blood pressure, a steadier heart rhythm, and ultimately reduces your risk for heart disease. Your mental health is heart health. They are deeply connected, and the more you support one, the more you benefit the other. As you might already know, regular movement is essential for heart health. Movement really is medicine for your heart. It strengthens your heart muscle, it improves circulation, it reduces blood pressure, and it helps regulate blood sugar and cholesterol. Research consistently shows that people who meet the recommended physical activity guidelines have about a 30 to 50% lower risk of dying from cardiovascular disease compared to those who are inactive. That is a powerful return on investment. The current recommendations are to aim for at least 150 minutes per week of moderate intensity aerobic activity. So these are things like brisk walking, cycling, swimming, or even mowing the lawn if it gets your heart rate up. Or if it fits better into your schedule, aim for 75 minutes of more vigorous activity like running or aerobic dance. But please don't worry if those numbers sound out of reach right now. What matters most is to just get started. And even just some activity is better than none. Research shows that just going from no exercise to doing as little as 10 minutes a day can begin to lower your risk. Movement improves how your blood vessels function. It helps your arteries stay flexible, it improves blood flow, and it boosts your levels of HDL, or your good cholesterol. Over time, regular activity can significantly reduce blood pressure, which is one of the biggest drivers of heart disease. Movement also improves your mood and reduces stress, which we just talked about. It releases endorphins, it balances out cortisol, and it even enhances your sleep quality, all of which are incredibly important for heart health. Muscle strengthening activities are also important. Lifting weights, using resistance bands, or even just doing body weight exercises like squats or push-ups can help improve insulin sensitivity. It can help strengthen your bones and muscles, and it supports your metabolism. And this, in turn, lowers cardiovascular risk. Aim to include some form of strength work at least twice a week, especially as you get older. And if you are dealing with joint issues or if you're new to exercise, start from where you are. You might begin with some chair exercises or some gentle walking or even just stretching during commercial breaks. The key is to find something that you enjoy and can stick with, because consistency is what creates long-term benefits. Regular movement gives your heart the activity that it needs to thrive. Think of every step, every stretch, every movement as an investment in your heart's future. What you eat profoundly impacts your cardiovascular system. Everything from your blood pressure to your cholesterol levels, to your blood sugar, inflammation, and even how your blood vessels function. Heart-healthy eating doesn't mean that you need to follow a rigid or restrictive diet. In fact, the most successful approaches are those that emphasize whole, nourishing foods and sustainable habits that fit into your current lifestyle. One of the most well-studied patterns is the Mediterranean diet. This way of eating focuses on an abundance of vegetables, fruit, legumes, whole grains, nuts, fish, and heart-healthy fats like olive oil. Large clinical trials have shown that this eating pattern can reduce the risk of heart attack, stroke, and cardiovascular death by as much as 30%. Another proven model is the DASH diet, which was designed to help lower high blood pressure. It is rich in vegetables, fruits, and low-fat dairy, while limiting red meat, processed foods, salt, and sweets. Together, both of these approaches offer a flexible and powerful blueprint for nourishing your heart. It is easy to get swept up in all those extreme diets that are out there, but be cautious of trendy or restrictive plans that eliminate entire food groups, especially those that cut out fiber-rich carbohydrates like fruits, legumes, and whole grains. These foods are consistently associated with better cardiovascular outcomes. When diets become too extreme, they may deprive the body of nutrients that are vital for heart health, like potassium, magnesium, and extremely beneficial antioxidants. The focus should not be on cutting out entire categories of food. Instead, it's about cutting back on the things that we know increase heart disease risk, like processed foods, added sugars, trans fats, and excess sodium. These drive inflammation, increase blood pressure, and elevate harmful LDL cholesterol. Shifting toward whole, plant-rich meals that include healthy fats, lean proteins, and high-fiber foods can improve key markers like cholesterol and blood pressure in just a matter of a few weeks. This has been proven time and time again. If all of this sounds overwhelming to you, start with just one simple habit. I recommend to start by filling at least half of your plate with vegetables at every meal. From there, you can add things like eating more legumes or swapping out white bread for whole grains or using olive oil instead of butter when cooking. These small changes add up over time and they can majorly improve your heart function and resilience. Your heart responds to what you eat every single day, so nourish it well. Now, here is something you might not expect. Adequate hydration is vital for cardiovascular health. A large study found that adults with signs of low fluid intake had a significantly higher risk of heart failure later in life. When you are dehydrated, your blood volume decreases. That means that your heart has to work harder to circulate blood. It can raise your heart rate, increase blood pressure, and stress your kidneys. The solution is pretty simple. Drink more water. Aim for around 6 to 8 glasses a day, or more if you are active or live in a hot or dry climate, like me. You don't have to obsess over exact ounces. Just make hydration a regular habit. Keep a bottle nearby, sip throughout the day, and listen to your body's thirst cues. These often go ignored or can be confused as hunger. Even mild dehydration can affect your cardiovascular function, so don't underestimate the power of staying hydrated. Mind-body practices refer to techniques that recognize the deep connection between our thoughts, emotions, and physical health. Your heart does not function in isolation. It is part of a finely tuned system that responds to everything from your breathing patterns to your emotional state. Practices like yoga, meditation, and deep breathing play an important role in improving heart health. They have measurable effects on cardiovascular health. Research has shown that regular yoga practice can lower blood pressure, improve cholesterol levels, and even help regulate blood sugar. Meditation and mindfulness practice also have an impressive track record. Studies have found that people who practice meditation regularly tend to have lower resting heart rates, reduced blood pressure, and improved heart rate variability. These are all important markers of how well your cardiovascular system adapts to stress. These practices help quiet the fight or flight response and activate the body's parasympathetic nervous system, also known as the rest and digest mode. When that system is engaged, your heart gets a break from the constant strain of stress hormones. Even something as simple as deep breathing, done intentionally and slowly, can shift your physiology in a matter of minutes. Diaphragmatic breathing, where you breathe deeply into your belly rather than your chest, helps dilate blood vessels, slow your heart rate, and bring your nervous system back into balance. These practices might feel subtle at first, but over time, they give your cardiovascular system more room to adapt and more flexibility in responding to life's demands. And just like diet and exercise, they work best when practiced consistently. Even 5 to 10 minutes a day can make a big difference. And there really is no one right way to do it. It can be guided meditation, a gentle yoga, or simply sitting quietly and tuning into your breath. Each time you do these things and show up for yourself in this way, you're sending your heart a message that you are safe, you are supported, and you are healing. Heart health is not built in a day, but it is built through daily choices. These small actions discussed in this video create an environment in your body where your heart can thrive. These changes don't require perfection or deprivation. They are rooted in balance, consistency, and self-care. And these strategies don't just help prevent heart disease. They can also reduce risk in those who've already had warning signs or have been told that they have high blood pressure, high cholesterol, or other risk factors. Additionally, they also increase overall longevity. So if you are looking to maintain optimal heart health or hoping to reverse some existing risk, these tools are practical, science-backed, and deeply empowering. You don't have to wait for a diagnosis or a scare to start making changes. You can start today. If you found this video helpful, I would be so grateful if you'd like it, share it, and subscribe to my channel so you don't miss future videos like this one. And please take a look on my channel for more content on how to live a healthier, longer life. And if you are looking for more support on creating a wellness plan that fits your unique health goals and lifestyle, look in the video description for ways to connect with me. I would be honored to support you on your journey to a longer, healthier life. Thank you so much for watching, and as always, please take good care of yourself.